up, everyone? Welcome to yet another episode of Gear Goggles. I'm Torin. Cheers to gear. I'm really excited about the product we have today. It's the Tactacam Spotter LR. This is a product I've been wanting to try out for a long time and finally got my hands on it, and we've been busy using it throughout the late spring and early summer. Basically what it is, it's an easy way to digiscope with your spotting scope. So it takes the Tactacam video capabilities, which they're so well known for in sort of the action point of view cameras, and puts it in a small unit that you can use to run with your spotting scope to collect some video through that instead of using your phone or one of the other adapters or even a digital camera. But so I'll start with we'll go through the box here. You get a couple different things in the box. The first thing, and you want to make sure you don't lose this, is SD card adapter. So the camera itself takes a micro SD. They do include the adapter so that you can throw it into your computer to get the video off. The micro SD that they provide is 64 gigs. It'll take up to 128 gigs in the actual unit. So quite a bit of storage there too, which is awesome. You're not blowing up the storage on your phone if that's an issue that you have. It's all on board. This is the camera itself, nice and compact, about 4 inches by 3.5 inches. Tactacam calls it 9 ounces. Let's see what my scale says here. 9.9 is what my scale says. That's with the quick disconnect adapter and the actual scope adapter. So this would be like an actual field weight. So just under 10 ounces, which is pretty awesome. You'll also get your charging cable that you can use to charge the unit, or you could also use it to upload to your computer that way. Unit has a lithium rechargeable battery, so battery life is excellent, and that battery should last, probably as long as you're going to have the unit. The other thing you'll get in here are a number of spotting scope adapters. So all these little rings, they do have the sizes in millimeters written on the ring. You use those to get the camera to fit onto the spotting scope. And so they have those made up for a lot of the major brands of spotting scopes and the major eyepieces. So there should be one in there that fits yours well. The one that I'm using is the 50.7 millimeter. So I was running a Kowa 553 spotter. I will do a review on this spotter too. Awesome little spotter. It's getting a great reputation as far as a compact, lightweight spotter. But it's not super well known yet, and it's not super available, I guess, in the US, at least in the hunting world yet. Probably a little more popular for birders and other wildlife watchers. But we didn't have an eyepiece that fit perfectly. So what I ended up having to do was take that 50.75 millimeter ring, put a little moleskin on the inside there to make it fit snugly. And then I want to show you too how to install it on your spotter. That was something that wasn't abundantly clear to me from the instruction manual that came with the Tactacam unit. So take your eyepiece cover off. You're going to have an adjustable eyepiece on your scope. You want that to be fully seated, so no eye relief on it. You want the camera lens itself to sit as close to the eyepiece as possible. So what you do is you slide your adapter just over the eyepiece there. So it's got like a wide side and a skinny side. Wide side goes on and it should just slide on nice and tight. Mine does great now with that little bit of moleskin. Camera itself slides over that adapter ring, and then it's got a little lever there to lock it down, and that'll keep it nice and tight. And so you can adjust that to get it to be the perfect tightness, so it's not wiggling around or rotating on you or anything. That's one thing I did really love with the unit. Super stable once you get set up. I guess too, I should mention the rest of the setup. We had the Kowa 553 spotter, Outdoorsman micro pan head, which I already did a review on. I'll link to that. And then the Vortex Summit Carbon 2 tripod, which I will be doing a review on pretty quickly too. But awesome little setup. Just want you to know what I was working with to test the camera itself. So that's the setup, quick and easy. Keep it in your pack, just the camera itself and your correct eyepiece. The nice thing is this is all you need. So if you're switching phones or something like that and you're using a phone scope or one of the other adapters, you would have to buy a new one. You don't have to do that. It's good for your spotter as long as you have it. Plus you have the other adapters if you would have to switch a spotter. 10 ounces, not that heavy. It's an extra weight if you are using your phone. Certainly lighter than packing an additional little digital camera though for Digiscoping. The other nice thing is that the video quality on this is outstanding, as can be expected with Tactacam. 4K output, which is awesome. It has 4x digital zoom on the unit itself, plus the zoom that you're getting with your scope. And it also has a Wi-Fi and an app. So you can get the app. Whenever it's connected to Wi-Fi, it'll upload all the videos that you took on the unit to your app. So real easy to get everything off to. Another nice feature, the screen does come out. So you can, if you're spotting at a weird angle or on a side hill or something, flip it up. Does rotate as well the whole way around. So a lot of adjustability there, depending on how you have your spotter position. But I'm going to bring up some video that we took. Like I said, we've been doing some spring and summer scouting for whitetails primarily. So we're watching the ag fields as they're out feeding in the ag fields. And this has been a fantastic way to get a good look at some of the deer that we'll be hunting from a distance. And so you can see in the video how steady the whole system is. And certainly some of that comes from your tripod and your head and those sorts of things. But the camera fits so snugly as well that you're not getting a lot of vibration or shake there. Everything is just solid and almost acts as one piece. It's nice because the camera itself sits right over the eyepiece, whereas if you are using a phone, your phone's camera is likely on the outside edge of your camera, so your phone's hanging off the edge of the eyepiece, which can cause some shaking or disturbance. You're not getting that here with the Spotter LR. The other thing that I wanted to mention too is that, as I said, there's multiple levels of digital zoom on the unit itself. So if you are zoomed out as far as possible on the unit itself, you'll get a little bit of the scope ring around the edges. Might not care if you have that or not. It depends what you're looking for. If you're just looking to get a better view of whatever you're looking at through your scope, you can just look at it through the screen. If you are looking to record and you'd like to have that footage, you may want to zoom in a little more. As you zoom in more on the camera itself, you're going to eliminate that scope ring around the edges and you'll get a nice full screen video on the other side. We were really pleased with the low light performance of the camera. Certainly a lot of that has to do with the spotter. But as you can see, a lot of these videos that we're taking and showing you now were taken within the last hour or so of daylight, and everything performed flawlessly. So a great little camera. It was super easy to pull all the videos off. They actually give you two versions of each. The versions do have the Tactacam thumbnail on them. One is smaller, one is large. It's pre-programmed onto the camera. I haven't dug around enough in the settings yet to see if that's removable. So just be advised of that. Other than that, I highly encourage you to take a look through one at least and see if it would fit in your system. I know it's not going to be for everybody. Some people like to keep things incredibly minimalist, but if you're not happy with your current phone scope setup or your current Digiscoping setup, I highly recommend taking a look at the Spotter LR. Like I said, you're getting 4K video in a compact unit. You don't have to think twice about it. It's what it's meant to do. And even if you're not so interested in gathering the video, it is nice to have the adjustable screen, so you can just be looking at the little bit larger screen rather than having to have your head buried in your scope. So that's the Tactacam Spotter LR. MSRP direct from Tactacam is $300. Check it out. Thanks again for watching. Torin, cheers to gear.